like different nachos.
All right, it's the Nerd Edification Hour. If I can turn this down, there we go. That's better. All right, welcome. As I said before, this is the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. I'm Caleb.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jeremy.
And in today's show, you can expect that we will be talking about... Movies. Nintendo, as always.
Inevitably.
Our nerd vocab.
Along with our video game news. And then lastly, we will have our tech news.
Yes.
So...
Lots of tech news.
Yeah.
Well, more...
It's a big
really
stories.
big
It's a really big thing that happened, last week? Yeah, last week.
Relatively last week, somewhere around there.
Last week. That was last week.
Mm-hmm.
So long
But,
ago.
I mean, it's just kind of like we're covering it. We're kind of giving a recap.
We're going to talk about how robots and stuff. But anyways, all right, here on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. Jeremy, what's going on with the movies and the stuff?
Well, first one we got here is the writer-directors John Francis Daley and Jonathan M. Goldstein are being set right now to write the Spider-Man reboot movie for Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios.
Yay, we love reboots so much.
Yeah, how many times can we see Uncle Ben die?
Yeah, what was it like?
I don't think they're going to do an origin story this time, though.
Oh, they always work it in somehow. It's almost like Batman.
Maybe like flashback scenes.
It's going to be a flashback. But then we talked about this like 2 weeks ago about like reboots and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they even like with the new trailer for the Batman versus Superman, they had to just kind of wiggle in there. You see the Waynes get shot. They always manage to put it in there.
I just realized I'm not sitting in my chair.
Uh-oh.
Yes, chair's comfy.
It's not.
The pair has been among the names on a short list to direct, but that gig went to cop car helmer John Watts, and the studio already has found its new Peter Parker and Tom Holland. You having fun with buttons?
A little bit.
Yes.
I have big red button syndrome. I just stare at buttons.
So, I mean, I'm so curious to see how Spider-Man's going to come into it. I know he's going to have a major part in Civil War, which he did in the actual comics as well. So
we shall see what we shall see.
Indeed, when we pay $20 to go see a movie. And then the extra $30 for the popcorn.
I think you go to the movies at the wrong time.
Yeah, we usually go see the movie and then we go eat, so we don't get the popcorn.
and your student ID is a wonderful thing, Caleb.
Yes, it is. If you're a college student here, like I am at Gulf Coast, you can go and get like 10, 15% off, something like that?
It's usually like $4 or $5 off.
I think it's Regency though, isn't it?
No, Pure Park does it too.
Oh, we went to Carmike.
Yeah. Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
Everybody done it.
But
all right.
Anyway.
Moving on to the fun one.
Yes, the fun one. Pacific Rim director Guillermo del Toro.
Man, he's all over the place.
He is.
Guillermo.
He is everywhere.
That's like saying his name, Guillermo.
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 I wonder if there's actual an R roll in that. I'm gonna have to.
I don't think so. I think it literally is just Guillermo.
No.
Yeah, I'm not even going to
Del Toro.
No, only one. Oh goodness, I've started something. Stop it right now. Has confirmed. Well, anyway, he has confirmed that he is going to be filming the sequel for the robot action flick Pacific Rim. Yes.
What month?
November.
In November?
According to Global News, shooting will take place in Pinewood, Toronto studios and will likely continue well into next year. Additionally, the outlet claims that the working title for the movie is Maelstrom. No connection to the former ride at Disney World. It's just a word.
It could be a ride. That'd be an awesome ride, though.
Would be
wouldn't
an interesting ride.
You get like the giant robot, and as you step the ride steps, that'd be great. And then you punch
It was the Norway ride.
Giant dinosaur.
At Epcot. Okay. After getting its release date published, Pacific Rim 2, it was pushed back, excuse me. Pacific Rim 2 is expected to hit theaters August 4th, 2017. Pretty much, we're going to be drowning in movies in 2017.
Hooray.
I mean, no one's really surprised that this is getting a sequel. I mean,
I'm not.
Like I said before, if they can manage to push giant versions of the toys and sell them for almost $150 and people buy them, there's a sequel coming.
Yeah. I wonder, like, are they going to say, and now there's an even bigger, gianter dinosaurs coming from the extra dimension that we blew up?
Now they're just actually from space. That's the weird one.
Oh, yeah, kaiju from space.
Or we're going to be the invading army somewhere else.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Flip it on its head, why don't you? But I'm more excited about this next piece of news. Caleb.
So, 20 years after it first premiered as a Hercules spinoff, Xena, Warrior Princess, could be returning to television.
Yay!
I remember when I was younger, after the Saturday morning cartoons on Fox, it would pop on, but because I was young and I didn't care for anything live action, I just immediately turned it off.
I just got to say, the original actress better have a cameo. Just saying.
No, she's actually talking about she wants to go back and do it herself.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. So sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that NBC and NBC Universal International are preparing a reboot, as we just said. So the drama is extremely in the early development stages, and a search for a writer is currently underway. So if you're an aspiring writer and you want to write for Xena, Warrior Princess, there you go. Why don't you send in your application?
But apparently the original executive producers, Rob Tapert and Sam Raimi, are also involved in the project, which is considered to be what's called a modern reboot, which makes me really nervous.
A modern reboot. So we're going to have Xena, the Warrior Princess, shooting fireballs
downtown New York?
and stuff. Yeah,
I don't
downtown
know.
New York.
It's unclear what, if any, role original star Lucy Lawless will have, though sources tell THR that insiders would like the original star to have both a role on screen and behind the scenes. It's eyed for, starting up and airing shows starting in 2016. It's really too early to know if it would be a limited 13 episode run, similar to Fox's revived 24, or rather a full season thing. But let's hope that it's going to be continuing and renewable and stuff like that, because that's cool. But Man, if they bring Lucy Lawless back, oh my goodness.
She's going to be the blind old woman who teaches the new Warrior Princess or something like that.
Well, they were doing interviews.
She's not that old.
No.
Well, she's still doing action stuff. They were doing interviews for
she's in
Ash.
Salem.
Well, Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Which is the series coming out from the Evil Dead series, An Army of Darkness, which is also done by Sam Raimi. But she's involved in that as well, and it shows her fighting and so forth. And she talked about that she'd love to go back and actually reprise the role and keep going, and she could do it. I don't see a problem with it.
She totally could. She's a total awesome lady, and she's also in Salem and a couple of other things too.
Now, I just remembered though, I do have one memory of the show, but it was the video game on the Nintendo 64, which was like the fighting game.
Oh wow!
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that one.
I remember. Yeah, I played that. I mean, I didn't own it, but I played it. That's really the only memory I have of besides turning it off.
It was actually a fun show. The game, though, not so much.
Not so much, no. This next bit of news is a little bit of Disney in our lives, like we all need.
Disney.
Even though we are in Florida and it's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah,
because
Disney owns Florida. They own
it's
the world
pretty much,
already.
it's 8 hours away. It's not a big deal. The Hollywood Reporter brings word that Disney is developing a live-action remake for The Sword and the Stone.
Hey, another remake.
I don't
Just
think
what
it
we
needs
need.
a remake, but
Just what we need, right? Everything needs a remake.
But what's interesting about it is Game of Thrones writer-producer Brian Cogman is set to pen the script, which will be produced by Brigham Taylor, who did the original Pirates of the Caribbean and probably still works with the Pirates of the Caribbean
So we can have
stuff.
King Arthur fight Jack Sparrow or something like that. It'd be great.
Yeah, so it's going to be...
On a pirate ship.
It'll be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. I don't know why they're doing all these remakes. I don't know.
Because remakes.
Well,
Everything
I'm
needs
curious,
a remake.
And if they're going to do a live action, that makes it interesting because if you've seen the original Sword in the Stone, they changed to different animals constantly: mice, owls, birds, back and forth. The whole wizarding battle between the witch and the Merlin.
CG is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's all
looks
CG.
so weird in how they're going to do that with.
I hope
It's all
they
gonna
don't.
be CG.
Well,
'cause
I
remake.
hope know. I hope they don't do too much CG. Like, there are certain movies that when they do sequels or if they do remakes that I'm not going to worry too much about depending on the director and the actors used. But in this one, Disney right now is having the tendency to use a lot of CG.
Well, see, when you make a remake, you have to have a whole lot of CGI in it. And if you don't, then it's not a true remake.
Caleb, you need to calm down.
No,
I'm
sick of remakes. I'm done. I'm done with them.
Then don't go see them.
I don't.
Okay, there you go.
I don't.
So they don't affect you, so there's no reason to complain.
The upcoming Ghostbusters.
Yeah. It looks cool, though.
It has. All they had to do was just have some reference to the old movies. They're dumping everything from the originals.
No,
they've already said there's no connection to the originals. They act like it never happened. This is a whole start over like they're doing it first.
But I thought that one of the original actors was having a part
He's going to make
it.
a cameo, but just as him popping up in there, like Stan Lee just showing up in a movie. But it has no connection. Ray, Stantz, Winston, all of them, and Egon, never existed.
Why would they do that?
Because remake.
That was the whole thing. They wanted it to be,
it's a remake.
Started the whole thing. Yeah, it's a reboot, as they're putting it.
A reboot. Even worse.
Look, writers, directors who are in charge of that, listen to me right now. That don't make a lick of sense.
I know my friends have heard this argument over and over again, but I'm still going to say
that don't make sense whatsoever.
It don't make no
sense.
All they had to do was be like, okay, we're going to reference this, and this is like, maybe they went out of business, and this is someone else starting it up later on.
Or maybe those are like relatives of them or something. I don't know, but. They do have some homages to it, like the one blonde girl's hair is a reference to the.
Some people are saying
Egan's
it's a reference to Egon's hair from the cartoon.
Yeah, and it
in
looks
the movie, it never
pretty
looked
much
like
exactly like. Yeah, so anyway, but
we'll see.
We're getting a little off topic here.
Anyways,
what's the last bit? What's the last bit?
Benicio del Toro is going to play in a villain in Star Wars Episode 7.
There you go.
Possibly.
That's it.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. It's just little rumor, little leak.
He was the collector in Guardians of the Galaxy and among other ones.
He looks super sweet doing that too. Awesome.
Yeah, he played that well. So I could see him being a good villain for this.
But yeah, I can see that definitely. He plays good villainous.
Yep.
Villainous? Villain-esque. Villain-esque.
Oh, okay.
Well, he could probably pull it off.
So Toro.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, that's about it for our movie news, I think.
Yep. And next up will be our Nintendo news.
Inevitably.
And if you want to keep track of the show, just to follow me on Twitter. It's at Nerd Edification, where I will spam the midnight tweets for no reason, because that's the only time I remember to do Twitter stuff.
You get up in the middle of the night and you have a thought and you just put it on Twitter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Or you can find us on.
Well, I try to ask questions, but nobody ever responds to them, so
You can find us also on Facebook at the Nerd Edification Hour. Every day of the week, Monday through Friday, we post some interesting nerd history. It can have anything, really.
And by we mean Rachel.
It's me. It's definitely me.
Yeah.
Post about science,
of course,
technology, movies, books. Yeah, you might learn something new.
And the YouTube channel that the video that we're recording goes on is strangely entertaining. That's one word, capital S, capital E. Jeremy, what's your stuff?
You can find us over on Twitter at Zenspath. We're on there a lot. We're still doing the Zenspath podcast at zenspath.com. And of course, you can talk to us on Facebook directly, which is probably the easier way just to chat and do stuff at facebook.com/Zenspath.
Yep, and that's Jeremy's other show that we pulled him away from.
First, you took the inevitable Nintendo, then you got me.
We sometimes do stuff with you too, though.
And we're working on getting ours back on, going again too.
Yeah,
we're bad about that.
But anyway, next up, once again, is the inevitable Nintendo news. And what is our song, Caleb?
The song is "Open Your Heart" from Sonic Adventure.
Oh,
and
goodness!
It's sung by Crush 40, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, good.
You are correct, and I will be singing along.
Yeah. And we'll be right back here on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio.
And we are back on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. My name is Rachel, and I have next to me my good friend,
Jeremy.
Yes. And in front of us, we have
the other good friend, Caleb. Hi.
Yes. So now we are in the inevitable.
The most highly top-rated segment as voted by
us.
One comment
If I ever go back to using that name on any of our own show again, I'm going to be like, oh, you guys took it from them. No.
We share it. It is a joint thing, I think.
It's like we're family.
You said it once.
It was a whole show's name. We have an entire episode called.
It was a whole show's name, and then I said, we'll do the inevitable Nintendo news, and Rachel's like, that's a good name. We're going to use it forever.
Hey.
That's the
fine.
origin story.
I'm just like messing with him about it.
And I don't know which episode that was, but it was probably like 50 episodes back or something like that. No.
In any case. So for a limited time, you can get the mythical Pokemon Diancie. Whatever.
I'm kidding.
I don't care because I don't play the game anymore.
Beyonce? What?
Beyonce.
Beyonce. The whole Pokemon pronunciation name thing is just, as long as you know what they're talking about, who cares?
Then you're fine. Exactly. But anyway, it's in the game Pokemon Omega Ruby or Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. It's available via Nintendo Network distribution July 24th through the 27th of this year, of course. If you don't know who... Oh.
Well, that just got added in. Ha.
Oh, yes. Let's move on to the next bit of news since I've already started it.
No, well, hold on. Wait. I'm just going to say... Before.
Oh, this is not even in the correct section.
No, that's supposed to be up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, anyways, just forget
No,
it. Just they don't know.
Forget I said anything.
Yeah, just forget it. All right, so Diancie, if you don't know, was distributed on X and Y with Omega Stone, but now it's on Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so you can get it in
Sapphire.
there. You know
He
what?
said Sapphire.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Maybe I'll just say it's Sapphire.
Ew.
Okay, now you're wrong.
Now you're just so wrong.
Sapphire.
Well, we'll let Jeremy talk about this since he's had more experience with this game than we have.
Yes,
so
indeed.
we're going to move on to the next one.
This one's weird.
In an official statement regarding the cancellation of Project Cars has been released by Slightly Mad creative director Andy Tudor.
Because is he slightly mad?
There's a whole thing with that, but he was quoted as saying, despite much perseverance on the Wii U version of Project Cars, we will no longer be actively pursuing development on it, as the quality does not meet our high standards, nor our intended, sorry, I can't laugh. I can't keep from laughing when I read that. High standards. Nor our intended vision for the title in this platform. We eagerly look forward to any announcement of further hardware, they've already said that, from Nintendo, but right now Project Cars is simply too much for Wii U despite our very best efforts. Apologies to our Nintendo fans out there who have been waiting for further news on this, but we have no desire to release a product that isn't at the very least comparable with our highest rated versions on other platforms.
It's also a bad game.
I'm going to get to that, trust me. We optimistically look forward, therefore, to what the future may hold.
Yeah, Jeremy is about to
let me
go
just
off
say,
on a tangent.
let me just say, I play a lot of bad games that most general people would think would be bad, but I enjoy.
By the Ghouls is a good one.
And if I say this is bad, it must be really bad.
Basically, Project Cars was crowdfunded, sourced originally. They got the funding up for it for a 360 and PS3 version. They came in and started talking about how they wanted to make the Wii U version and told people this entire time, okay, we're not showing any screenshots or videos for it, but yeah, we've got it running great. We were just playing it the other day. This same guy was going on multiple interviews saying, oh, it's running beautifully, no problems at all. And then it popped up, well, we need to delay it for a little bit just to make sure it's up to par, but it's still running great. We've, all the weather effects are there and everything. And then they just pop up out of the blue going, oh, yeah, we can't get it over 27 frames a second and running at 720, so we're going to have to keep working on it, and kept kind of jerking people around with that.
Skirting around the issue.
Yeah, skirting.
Blatantly going back on what they were saying.
Oh, darn, what will I do without Project Cars on my Wii U?
Well, it had a chance of being the only simulation racing game on the Wii U.
You could play Splatoon.
Yeah, Splatoon's great. Mario Kart's got better handling on their actual cars.
I have a Wii U now.
Yay!
Yeah.
Still got to play Splatoon.
I have played Splatoon. It came with Splatoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
But I did manage to get I got a hold of a copy of Project Cars for Xbox One, and have to say, like, the physics and handling for that game are abysmal. Tiny selection of cars. Most of the races I can't even finish because I'll be driving and it'll just veer off to the side randomly. And
kind of like when you play Drive Club. I'm just saying.
I would actually rather play that. That's how bad this is.
That's really saying something.
Yeah, that feels like more of an accomplishment. But part of the other reason, like they're canceling the development for this, they haven't fixed the issues in Project Cars. There's some major issues in it. But they've already announced, hey, we're going to crowdfund the next game. Give us money. And people are looking at them going, wait, what?
What?
You haven't even fixed what you've done.
Yeah.
So,
well, then.
yeah.
So
But
there's that.
I kind of
chest.
said earlier, I did get a Wii U.
You liking it?
I am liking it. I got the cool deluxe edition that came with Splatoon and Nintendo Land.
What are you thinking of the gamepad? People keep trying to say that the gamepad's too heavy and too big. I've had no problems
It's
with it.
fine if it gets
Who
too
says
heavy.
it's heavy? Grandmas?
Yeah.
Who says it's heavy?
If if I don't want to hold the gamepad anymore, I just put it on my legs and just use the 2 thumbsticks. It's not a big deal. Like whatever. But I've had some issues a little bit with it slow loading, but I think that's just because there's a lot of stuff going on with Nintendo right now.
What do you mean by slow loading?
Like my friend's Wii U loads faster and it's an older model.
You've done all the updates already?
Yep.
I'll have to look at that. That's weird.
Yep, I might have to update it again or something, or there might have maybe the update installed wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I have so many things plugged in there and so much stuff accessing the internet already. So that might be an impact somehow. But I don't know. Other than once the games are loaded, they run like a charm. It's just the menus that are a little slow loading. But I could be imagining things.
So you've been trying some multiplayer rounds of Splatoon?
I have.
Crazy game, isn't it?
I'm a little baby level 5. I'm just a little baby.
Aw,
After an incident with our hard drive being fried on our Wii U, I'm back down to 0, so I get to start again.
yeah.
was
I'm
almost
level
like-
like 17 now, I think.
But I'm enjoying it. You guys were right. The story is not exactly there at all, but it's fun to play with friends.
Did you beat the game?
I haven't beaten the game yet.
Okay,
no.
you got to get to the final boss though. 'Cause it's epic.
Of course,
it's pretty cool.
Of course, but I've got through the first area and I did pretty well. I think I'm missing like one of the scrolls, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying Nintendo Land. I enjoyed it the first time I played it, but
It's great with people, though.
Oh, yeah.
We get five, 6 people together and play that, and it's absolutely hilarious.
But
So me and Kyle actually did a little series on my YouTube channel, and it's very old actually. So the quality may
and
or may not
speaking of
be
Caleb,
up to date.
I might need to borrow Hyrule Warriors from you. So
Why,
because
Because
I
she
want to
needs to
play
play
it.
my precious?
I'm
needs
not.
to play it.
I'm not going to break your game, Caleb.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you should know by
You
now.
won't scratch the disc like
No.
some company we're going to be talking about later on in the show.
No.
Hint.
Did it?
What?
Okay.
Did we? Did
You
I
don't
take
know?
That? Yes. It's no.
Oh,
did I
yeah.
Take that out?
It's in
no, I
there.
didn't.
No, it's in there. Yeah,
it's
I
in
know
there.
what you're talking
We'll talk about it when
we
we
will,
get to that.
but no,
What's the
I-
last part of Nintendo news? Well, now we've gone on.
All right.
Talk about Wii U's and stuff.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it since we were talking about the Wii U and let you guys know that I got one, and I'm very
The
excited.
show is not about you, Rachel.
No,
though.
it's not.
Gosh.
But in
It's
this,
not.
this case, it's all
You
right.
felt sentimental. Jeez.
And well, I guess we're all going to be playing Xenoblade when it comes out.
Heck yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah. That Mario Maker.
You won't hear from us for months.
But anyway, so in case the bundle didn't give it away, the first wave of Animal Crossing Amiibo cards will arrive alongside the release of Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer in each respective territory. That's July 30th in Japan and October 2nd in Europe, according to Nintendo of Norway. Presumably, this means that the U.S. date for the Amiibo cards will be September 25th, which is basically because it's between the two. However, do we have confirmation?
Not of the exact date, not that I've seen. They've announced some of the stuff for the card sets, like how they're going to be releasing them in America and so forth. And those of us that remember back in the early 90s to, late 90s collecting the comic book cards, they're doing the blind packs again.
You can still do blind packs
Yes.
on some things, like the original Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which are still sold at Walmart and other participating
Pokemon
stores.
cards and
Yep.
Magic cards. And
Yep.
Yeah, but see, now you guys can go online and buy the
Hearthstone
ones you don't have.
cards,
Back
not
then, we
stores.
literally had to trade with our friends to get the cards we did not have.
Yeah,
There was no eBay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I have mixed feelings about this. It's like blind pack. Now I have to go spend, $15 on a pack of cards
I don't
for
even know if I'm
Amiibo?
gonna. I don't even know if
I
I'm
don't
going
think
to
it'll be that much. Well, I hope
use
not. I don't know.
too much of the Amiibos unless I really have to. So
Some of the Amiibos aren't that bad. The Animal Crossing ones, they're going to be specific to that game. So, it's going to come down to if you want to play it, you can. I'll collect it just because I have fun collecting cards and I'm getting the Amiibo stuff anyways.
I kind of just want to get the card of the amiibo as a little nice travel size to go with me and maybe a book. But, to have a whole collection, I'm not really wanting the whole collecting thing because that's...
I think whenever they do the Smash Brothers set, that'll be a little bit easier for people, one, to collect the rare ones, and two, it'll be more portable for the tournaments because they're actually starting to have rounds of tournaments that are amiibo only now. You bring your trade amiibo, let them fight, and see who comes out on top. It'd be a little easier to bring a card than tons of figures.
Yeah, then you have to make sure they don't break in transit. And
even if they do, you just need the base.
Yeah, I know, but still. Anyway, but that's
the soul lives on.
That's pretty much all of our Nintendo news for this thing. Next up, we will have our nerd vocab and our video game news.
Yay! More talking about video games,
like we always do.
Yeah, we do.
What is our
games. The song is the theme from Area 6 and Missile Slipstream. I'm not quite sure what it came from. I think it's Star Fox. It's a Star Fox thing. It was weird. I don't know. I'm just going to play it, and we'll be right back.
Maybe I'll recognize it.
Yeah,
hopefully we do.
We'll be right back here on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio.
All right, and welcome back to the Nerd Edification Hour here on Alternation Radio. I am Jeremy Powers, and sitting to my left...
Rachel. That's me.
And in front of me...
I'm Caleb, your wonderful, charismatic, with a good voice host.
And
I don't know.
Caleb.
Nice.
What is our nerd vocab today?
Nerd vocab is hacker. One who uses programming skills to gain illegal access to a computer or network file or networks in itself.
A stereotypical image of this is basically watch any 90s movie. You'll see one.
Any 90s movie.
You'll see one.
The one hacker
Or the
guy.
movie Hackers. Hack the planet.
Hack the planet.
Yeah.
Basically, all it is any stereotypical image of a hacker, which, isn't exactly true. It could be in some very limited cases where a rather unattractive man is sitting in front of a computer desk, typing furiously on the computer, munching on potato chips, and all you see is numbers.
I was going to say Cheetos. But, okay.
Close enough.
Keyboards.
Yes.
Usually hackers come in three flavors. You're going to have either white hat, gray hat, or black hat. White hat being they're usually government sanctioned or working for a legal organization to...
Good hackers.
Right, to help. There's the gray hats. They're not sanctioned by anybody, but they're not really doing anything malicious. They are the ones that will be like, hey, we broke into, this bank security system, but we're going to show you before we tell the public how it happened so you can fix it. They're kind of like Robin Hood style, but they're not really stealing from people.
Right.
And then there's straight up black hats, which are the ones that will just tear into anything. They want to be malicious, like the ones that took down PlayStation Network.
Lizard Squad, yeah.
During Christmas.
Parts of Anonymous, Lizard Squad, yeah, lots of that stuff.
But there are some parts of Anonymous that are good. There are other parts that are neutral, and then there's other parts that are bad.
Yeah, by their own definition, they're too disjointed to really be conconsidered one big thing anyways.
Exactly.
But a lot of people kind of know them from that.
And then as part of the white hat of hackers, not necessarily government sanctioned, but job sanctioned as well. Most of the network security people that work for any company know how to back hack, and they will.
Well, the funny thing is a lot of companies, specifically at Microsoft and so forth, will find people that are gray or black hats, and instead of prosecuting them, they'll actually be like, hey, you come work for us, then you need to work on our side to stop others from doing it. And that kind of is how they get around their court cases.
There you go. And hey, that's how it happens. And if it works, and hey, they end up getting paid for what they like to do.
It's a very risky job interview.
It is. If they just don't like you, then you don't get it.
You're either going to get hired or 10 to 20.
Yes.
Yep.
There's no in between.
Right.
They already know who you are. But yeah. So that's a hacker. I'm sure all of us have met some hackers at least once in a variety of circumstances with a variety of hats. So
I can't really say.
We can't really say, but I'm sure we have.
I can't, yeah.
All right, let's get through the video game news.
Yes.
We're like 20 minutes or so left.
Shenmue 3's smashingly successful Kickstarter campaign was closed with a grand total of $6,333,002.
296, which is
296 US dollars. Yeah, I can't read. The sum was raised from 69,320 backers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Huh.
Yes. So it's beat some records. Also, Street Fighter V is going to feature in-game currency that can be used to unlock characters. Or if you don't feel like waiting to unlock everything yourselves, you can just pay for it like a mobile game. So there are options in this one. But Caleb,
I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah, Caleb, at least it's not just in-game purchase.
This is like a gateway drug, though. Because now it's going to open up the floodgates and everything.
I look at it this way. They got really bad with Street Fighter 4 where we're like, oh, you want to have, the alternate color of Ken? That'll be $5.
Oh, wow.
When before you could just unlock it, earn it, and use those.
So now they are allowing you to unlock it yourself with the in-game currency that you earn, as opposed to just having to buy it, which is better than just having to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand it. But still, it's just like the mobile games are slowly creeping in.
I look at it this way. Like, I want to get Street Fighter 5. I probably will end up getting it because we have a lot of the fighting games at the house. I do not have the time to sit there and focus on unlocking every single thing. So if it's only going to cost me $10 to unlock those characters, get everything done, I might do that right before we have a LAN party or get together at the house. But if I do have the time or, want to have legal slave labor of my children to do it for me, they can play through and unlock the stuff for me if we have time.
Right.
So
the in-game currency is called fight money.
Fight money.
So, as we alluded to earlier, there is a Microsoft is on the verge of a class action lawsuit following a recurring claim that a certain model of the Xbox 360?
It was all the 360. It was every 360.
The 360 has a defect that will...
And we're not talking about the red ring of death either.
No, this is an actual defect that will sometimes gouge a hole into the disc.
Oh, yeah.
It's bad.
No, it's terrible. I've had this happen to me. Like, when my stepbrother had an Xbox and I was playing a game and he kept it on the bed, which is a really bad idea because as soon as I moved even a slight bit, it ate the disc.
By common sense, if you have something spinning that fast, you do not want to have it on a moving object or try and move it while it does that.
But
I mean,
the force tries to keep it in location, which is what causes it to...
Right, and then they also, they maintain that the scratch discs, and this is throughout the entire Xbox 360 lifespan, they maintain that scratch discs were the result of customer misuse, most of which was caused by customers moving the console with a disc in the tray, or, putting it on something that's movable or storing it incorrectly, like in a thing that doesn't allow heat to escape. They actually recommended that you actually lay it on its side with the tray. The disc would be facing up as opposed to it being standing straight up. They made all sorts of excuses, but apparently this is an actual lawsuit right now. So
apparently this is the thing. So there you go.
That being said, if it was a Microsoft published games, customers did have the option of getting the disc replaced for free instead of, going and buying a new one. So there's a couple of cases that are going on with it, and it's just nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised this didn't happen before because that's kind of a big thing when you have that kind of defect. And I mean, it's happened to more than one person. And so that's kind of...
It does require you have to move the system for that to happen, though. Like, I've had people, they've complained, they've come in to replace games, and they're like, oh, well, my mom picked it up and moved it while it was on, or I needed to move it from somewhere. And, of course, you hear that dreaded, grind when it happens. But you never, ever want to move something like that when the disc is spinning, be any console, anything
You don't even
want
to move it even with the consoles off. When the console's off and the disc is inside. That's with the Xbox 360. Other things, but probably with the Xbox One as well. But
and they alleviated a lot of the issues with that whenever they implemented where you can install the games to the drive because it would spin up once and verify and then stop.
Yeah.
And that actually alleviated a lot of the problems with people that just run it without installing it and then move the system.
Yeah. But that's an actual lawsuit that's going on right now. So we'll keep you posted on what's going on with that.
Yeah, we'll probably get it sometime whenever.
It might take a few weeks. We don't know. Lawsuits are funny. But
a couple of years in some cases.
Yeah. Our last bit of news actually has to do with one of my favorite things.
We're going to call this Rachel news.
Yes.
The Rachel news.
Yes. Well, you guys like Final Fantasy as well, so... So,
I played 9 earlier this week.
oh, good. That's a good game.
Played
that game.
Dissidia.
But Final Fantasy 15 is going to be featured heavily at the upcoming Gamescom conference in Cologne, as publisher Square Enix have a stage demo planned for the event. It's safe to say that we're going to hear a lot about it in the next coming days, because that convention's happening pretty soon. Pretty soon.
It's pretty recent. I mean, they're going to have to prove a lot to me, at least, to get me to get interested in 15.
I like it already. The demo's great. The demo is great.
I want to see the actual game. Like, I want to know how it's going to be when it's finished, because
that's basically the demo. What's in there is the finished product, but just none of the story.
So they haven't released that for everybody else, though, and I'm not buying a game just to play a demo.
You can come over and play mine. Not a big deal. Yeah. If anyone wants to come and play the Final Fantasy 15 demo, party at my house.
Hear that?
Just
Everybody listening right now, you can just go over to Rachel's house, knock on her door. It's not creepy at all, and just walk in.
But there, actually, the latest issue of Famitsu Weekly, which releases tomorrow, actually, it's been leaked apparently, and it has a interview with Square Enix CEO Yosuke Matsuda. Love Matsuda. He's done a lot of great things for Square Enix since Wada left. We don't like to talk about him. Where he, Matsuda talks about the much-awaited game, the 15, and according to the leaked interview, the game is planned to have a worldwide release that they'll be talking about soon, which, with this kind of magazine coming out directly before Gamescom, that means they might talk about it at Gamescom, or they might wait until September and talk about it at Tokyo Game Show.
I was going to say they save everything for the Tokyo Game Show.
Of course they do, because that's where they live. But anyway, so who knows? Who knows? But if the game is really being released simultaneously as worldwide, it could be, either it's all released on the same day or within a couple days of each other. Like Monday, Japan gets it, Tuesday, US gets it.
Pushed back for months, and then
they've already had enough pushback, so I don't think they're going to do that now.
Oh, I was making a reference to
It's
Woolly
Square.
World.
Their pushbacks get pushbacks.
Yeah, but so we're going to keep an eye out for official confirmation anyway. But yeah,
I'm cautiously watching. How about that?
I'm always watching.
I'll hear about it from you guys.
I watch this thing like a hawk.
Either good or bad, you probably will.
Yeah.
But yes, so that's it for our video game news.
Yep, and next up we'll have your technology news. And speaking of cons, Creative Con is coming up.
Yes, next Saturday, August 1st, we're going to do a little bit of a plug right here. Since I will be going, you will see me in costume. You may recognize me, you may not. I'm not going to say what it is. But it's August 1st. Do you remember when it starts?
No.
No? Well, I'm going to look it up, but it's,
I'm seeing hands that say 10.
10?
10, yes. Okay, Kyle has just confirmed that it is 10 o'clock because my vibe said 10 o'clock. But it's really cool. It's an all-day thing. There is a cosplay contest, a bunch of panels, a bunch of little things to learn. There's
no Nerd Edification Hour panel, though.
No.
Kind of sad. But I will be signing autographs if you want to meet me there. Try to be there.
I can hear Jason shaking his head
from here. Keep telling you that ticket did not count.
But there's going to be, a marketplace where you can purchase stuff and all sorts of little things going on. There's actually like a cosplay exhibit going to be at the Amelia Art Center over there on the other end of campus. So it's going to be super fun. So 10 o'clock, be there or be Rhombus. I will be there and have a great time there. And that's August 1st. Yes.
All right. So with that out of the way, as we said before, technology news up next. We're going to roll through that. And the song we're going to play during our break is an old one. It's Vindaloo. I don't know who's
Vindaloo.
Yep. And we'll be right back here on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. And we're back here on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. I'm Caleb.
I'm Rachel, and I have no idea what that song was, but I liked it.
And I'm just Jeremy.
And now it's time for your technology news with the last 10 minutes of the show right here.
First up, we have Windows 10.
Yay!
Yeah, it drops on the
9.
29th.
Do you know why they skipped 9? Because 7, 8, 9?
Yeah, probably.
So 9's not there.
But anyway, it drops on the 29th, if I remember correctly, and it starts downloading. It'll take some time, I imagine.
I'm waiting for my copies.
Mine will be auto-downloaded since I reserved it and whatnot. Yep. So I'm looking forward to that. And hey, if I don't like it, I still have my Windows 7 disk installed.
Yeah.
So.
My only concern is how will this affect when like all my programs and games better work, or I'm going to be upset because I know there's some kind of like when they do updates, like their compatibility.
I'm sure it'll be
issues
fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
There may be a few at first. They usually work it out pretty well afterwards because they have to do it and then. I mean, there's so many programs out there, they have to find out what the issues are.
Exactly. And we'll just think also about this. I mean, if you don't update to Windows 10, all of the latest games that are coming out will probably run best on Windows 10 as opposed to 7 or 8.
Because if you don't have it, you won't be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
There was one game I wanted on Windows 10. What was that? I can't remember.
Remember it later. But
Well, with Windows 10, you get the Xbox One streaming capability and other connections with it as well.
I don't have an Xbone.
I don't have an Xbone, so that doesn't affect me.
I do. Plus, it's the Oculus support
Well,
built
good
in.
for you.
Yeah, good job.
According to the website, though, Windows website, mainstream support for Windows 10 will run until October 13, 2020, and the extended support will go through October 14, 2025. So it's going to be around for a long
It's
time.
gonna be a long time.
If you're not planning on upgrading to Windows 10, though, the extended support for all current operating systems will come to a close. For Windows Vista, that closing date is April 11th, 2017, which I don't know why they haven't closed it yet. Windows 7, which is my current operating system, that support closes on January 12th, 2020. Windows 8 support will be closed on January 10th, 2013, or 2023. We're not going back in time. Oh my. But yeah, so anyway, it's hoping to make it a little bit more social with the Xbox One streaming capabilities and all that kind of nonsense. But quick, for our last bit of the show,
robots are gonna take over the world and stuff, and we're all in danger. And
No, this is about Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, recap of Amazon Prime Day. Did anyone get anything?
No.
I don't even have Amazon Prime.
I don't have a Prime.
Well, the thing was with there was basically a hashtag that trended that day, which was Prime Day fail. The intention of this Prime Day was to give Amazon Prime members really good discounts. Those really good discounts were not so good, and
it was just like them cleaning out their warehouse.
Basically, like there was bad sale items such as socks or microfiber towels or Adam Sandler movies.
Wow.
It was pretty bad, but here the thing was, these were just the main sale items that were readily available and visible, and you didn't have to look for them. However, if you actually searched for things, you could find some good stuff. Like, I got a Wii U for $200 cheaper than it normally is. So.
Wait, you got it for $50?
No, it was a bundle pack that I got $200 off. So.
Well, I mean, seriously, it's only like
No.
$2.99, so yeah.
That's not the bundle pack, though. That's just the base pack.
That's the system with 2 games. Mario 3D World and Nintendo Land.
I got like a bunch of extra stuff, though. So, yeah. I had a lot of fun. Hey, it was for much cheaper.
You have a Wii U. That's the important part.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the important part.
Yep. It's the important part, and it was cheaper than I've seen normally. So, I did. I saved $200. I'm not lying. I'm very happy because I went and checked at all the local places before I went and bought this, and it was still cheaper.
It's $299 before tax.
That's
normally
not the right model, though.
32 gig black with the charge stand, Mario 3D World, and Nintendo Land included.
I got Splatoon.
Well, yeah, Splatoon's the newer one. Because originally it was Best Buy exclusive.
That's all that matters.
That's what matters. But anyway.
Have you decided yet? Are you a kid or are you a squid?
Both.
You're both? Okay.
Yeah.
She's stuck horribly in between.
But anyway, I'm happy because I got a good deal on it. So.
Well, I guess that's it. We don't have anything else to say. We could go ahead and end the show.
Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, everybody needs to stop complaining about the Prime Day fail because you just had to look. That's all. Because my mother actually got an Amazon Fire thing for a lot cheaper too. And that wasn't
do Amazon Prime because I don't have the Matrix.
Well, thing is, I think
Only
the
one
complaint
person
was
gets that
like it
joke.
launched at like 9 when nobody was like everybody's at work or something like that, was it? And then when they went to buy it, there was nothing left, and it was like, okay, we'll wait. And then it's like, oh nope, never mind. I think that's what everybody was complaining about. Because when they finally got home, everything was gone.
Yeah.
They couldn't buy their stuff. But anyways, I think that, that'll be it here on the Nerd Edification Hour on the Alternation Radio. And anybody have anything else to say? Nope. All right. Well, till next week, stay fancy. And the song is from Metroid Prime, and that is Samus versus Meta Ridley. And see you later.
Peace.
Bye.